Devotional for November 16th, 2021. Daily spiritual insight for the short attention span. Our passage this morning is Colossians 2:20 through 20. Goes like this. So then, if with Christ you've put all that pretentious and infantile religion behind you, why do you let yourselves be bullied by it? Don't touch this. Don't taste that. Don't go near this. Do you think things that are here today and gone tomorrow are worth that kind of attention? Such things sound impressive if said in a deep enough voice. They even give the illusion of being pious and humble and ascetic, but they're just another way of showing off, making yourselves look important. So, few verses in the Bible have had as significant an impact on my day to day living as these. These few verses for me were the light bulb that went off and began to illuminate so much of the darkness. It was here that the shadows began to recede and the light of the gospel became something that was ever more beautiful. It was here that I realized there was more to the Christian life than the dualism of my early faith. For many of us, if not all of us, we must go through seasons of simplicity where everything is right or wrong, good or evil, beautiful or ugly, us or them. These lines of demarcation are clear, and they allow us to find our feet in the world. Part of my psychology education included some work in childhood development. When children are young, they are concrete thinkers, so we engage with them in that way. They have not developed the ability for nuance. They need us to help them with yes or no. But as they mature and develop, they begin to ask why. It is here that the real journey towards maturity begins. If we as parents shout down the why, then we will stunt their growth. We process through a similar pattern in our faith journey. Early on, we need to find our footing. The Christ journey is messy and difficult. So at first, we find ourselves in a phase of simplicity. Believe this, not that, etc. But then we inevitably come to the part where we ask, why? It is here that too often our institutions do not want to progress beyond the simplicity. The why questions appear to be challenges to authority and the like, but they are simply the natural next steps in a maturing faith. Paul's getting at this when he asks, so then, if with Christ you've put all that pretentious and infantile religion behind you, why do you let yourselves be bullied by it? Infantile religion is comprised of rules that you follow to be good. This is not the way of Christ. The way of Christ includes and transcends these rules like a Russian nesting doll. Then rules ultimately become helpful as we wrestle through the why of them. When we work through the why, we find the deeper principle. Jesus' teaching in the Sermon on the Mount, found in Matthew 5 through 7, is a master class of including and transcending. The simple moves towards maturity. Every single time he says, you have heard it said, but I say, this is the very thing he is doing. He is taking another step in putting infantile religion behind him and refusing to be bullied by it. What are the ways that you are bullied by infantile religion? Where are you still living in the realm of simplicity without asking why? I'm wrestling with these questions today, as I have for a number of years now. As I work through them, I find myself moving toward greater grace, greater empathy, and greater mercy. So until next time, love well, my friends. So I see a couple people on here watching, and if you have any questions, thoughts, drop them in the comments, and we'll see. So my friend Laura says, thanks, Dan. Hey, you're welcome, my friend. I hope you're doing well. And yeah, it's good to see you bounce on here. We constantly need that next step. And one of the things that I've enjoyed about working with Laura in Athletes in Action has been our ability to try to help high school students wrestle with those questions of why, being present to help them work through those. So, all right. Well, guys, thanks for being on, and until tomorrow, love well.